Mowgli stands awkwardly at the edge of the village, clad in unfamiliar human clothes. He struggles with the farming tool, his gaze drifting longingly towards the inviting jungle. Village children observe him from a distance, their expressions a mixture of curiosity and amusement. A stern village elder approaches Mowgli, his face etched with concern. The village elder offers gentle guidance as given, but it's important to learn human ways. Mowgli replies, "I'm trying, but it's not easy." Inside the village hut, firelight dances on the walls, casting the room in a warm, flickering glow as Mowgli sits quietly, a sense of quiet contemplation about him. His human mother watches him, concern etched on her face as she observes his distant gaze. "You seem restless, Mowgli. Are you missing the jungle?" Mowgli's expression clouds, a hint of inner turmoil in his eyes as he admits, "Sometimes I feel like I don't belong here or there." The simple meal of stew and bread sits untouched before Mowgli, the comforting sounds of family life failing to bridge the growing chasm within him. Under the jungle's moonlit canopy, Mowgli stands encircled by Akela and the wolf pack, their torchlight painting eerie shadows. Akela's grim voice echoes, "A new shadow falls upon us. Shere Khan's brother Jala seeks vengeance. He gathers forces to strike the village." Baloo's fear is palpable. That striped menace is even nastier than his brother. Bagheera's eyes lock onto Mowgli, his voice urgent. "Mowgli, the village is in danger. You are the only one who can bridge the gap between our worlds and protect them." Mowgli's resolve hardens, his voice firm. "I will do what I can." In the heart of the village clearing, Mowgli stands awkwardly amidst the villagers, a stark contrast to his wild upbringing. He struggles with the farming tools, his movements betraying his unfamiliarity with this new world. Amrit smiles, a hint of amusement in his eyes as he observes Mowgli's struggles, saying, "It's not so easy, is it?" Mowgli pauses, his gaze drifting towards the beckoning jungle, a longing for his true home evident in his eyes. The other children smile, but their eyes reveal a subtle undercurrent of otherness, marking Mowgli as an outsider. Sunlight pierces the jungle canopy, spotlighting Mowgli in a silent clearing. Baloo shifts uneasily, his expression mirroring the unspoken tension. Bagheera's tail betrays his nervousness, flicking back and forth. Mowgli listens intently, his brow furrowed as the weight of their words sinks in. Baloo breaks the silence, his voice heavy with worry. "We need your help, little brother." The weight of the request hangs heavy in the air, the jungle holding its breath. Under the eerie moonlight, Mowgli moves silently through the jungle, his bare feet barely disturbing the damp earth. His eyes narrow as he surveys the poacher's camp, a crude scar on the jungle's heart. The air is thick with the smell of wood smoke and fear, as he overhears their harsh, greedy voices. Torn between two worlds, Mowgli's resolve hardens. "I have to do something." Mowgli, a young teenager, moves with unmatched agility, leaping across the slick rocks near a roaring waterfall. The jungle pulses with life, a vibrant tapestry of lush greenery and exotic wildlife under the watchful sun. Suddenly, Mowgli freezes, his senses heightened, detecting a subtle shift in the jungle's familiar rhythm. Bagheera emerges from the shadows, his movements sleek and deliberate, a silent warning in his every step. Bagheera's voice cuts through the stillness. "Mowgli, there are new hunters in our territory. Humans." The word humans hangs heavy in the air, casting a shadow over the once peaceful jungle. Rain relentlessly assaults the collapsing hut, the sole refuge in a village lost to time. A young wolf cub trembles in Mowgli's lap, its small leg cruelly ensnared. Mowgli gazes at the cub, his face a battleground of conflicting loyalties. Mowgli whispers, "I understand what it is like to be caught between worlds." In the heart of the jungle, a tense standoff unfolds as dawn breaks, casting long shadows that deepen the divide. Mowgli stands defiant, a bridge between two worlds on the brink of conflict. The human villagers stand, their faces etched with grim determination, armed with torches and hunting rifles. Mowgli cries out, his voice a plea for unity amidst the rising animosity. "There must be a better way. We can find a way to coexist." The rising sun casts an ominous light over the scene, highlighting the deep chasm of distrust and fear that separates the villagers and the wolf pack. The sun rises over a misty jungle clearing. Mowgli, now a young man, practices his hunting skills with Akela, the aging wolf leader. Akela expresses concern over the increasing signs of human activity near their territory. Mowgli, torn, defends both the jungle and the potential for humans to coexist peacefully. Akela warns, "The jungle remembers, Mowgli. It does not forgive easily." Mowgli discovers hidden ancient ruins deep within the jungle. Inside, he finds cryptic carvings depicting humans and animals living in harmony. A wise old pangolin named Patience emerges from the shadows, revealing secrets of the past and hinting at a looming danger that threatens to disrupt the balance. Patience says, "The whispers of the wild speak of a darkness rising, a hunger that knows no bounds." A raging wildfire, sparked by human carelessness, sweeps through the jungle. Mowgli, Bagheera, and Baloo work together to rescue animals trapped by the flames. Shere Khan appears, seizing the opportunity to sow chaos and claim territory amidst the confusion. A fierce battle ensues, testing Mowgli's courage and forcing him to make a difficult choice: use his human ingenuity to fight fire with fire, or risk losing everything he holds dear. Mowgli shouts, "The jungle is our home. We will not let it burn." Amidst the cascading waterfall, Mowgli's laughter echoes through the jungle as he leaps across the rocks. Baloo lounges nearby, his contented hum a constant backdrop to Mowgli's youthful exuberance. From the shadows, Bagheera watches over them, his protective gaze a silent promise. The jungle's harmony fills the air as Mowgli dives into the cool water, playfully splashing Baloo. Baloo's roar of laughter erupts, underscoring the deep bond they share in this wild paradise. Bagheera approaches, his serious demeanor a stark contrast to the joyful scene as he warns, "Mowgli, there are whispers of outsiders near the northern edge of our territory." At the edge of the jungle, Mowgli, Bagheera, and Baloo sense the encroaching danger, the air heavy with foreboding. Mowgli's face hardens as he identifies the scent of unfamiliar humans, the scent carrying the threat of destruction. "They are cutting down the trees. This could destroy our home," Mowgli warns, his voice filled with urgency. Baloo vows, "We protect the jungle, Mowgli. That is our way." In the heart of the jungle, a circle of rough-looking humans huddle around a blazing campfire, their faces illuminated by the dancing flames. Unseen, Mowgli, Bagheera, and Baloo observe from the darkness, their eyes narrowed as they watch the intruders. A map, reflecting the firelight, is unfolded, revealing the jungle's hidden treasures to those who seek to plunder. The air crackles with the invaders' harsh words, their callous plans laid bare for all to hear. Mowgli turns, his youthful face now hardened with resolve, meeting the concerned gazes of Bagheera and Baloo. "We cannot let them do this. This is our home, and we must defend it." At the jungle's edge, Mowgli and Baloo engage in a playful yet serious hunting session. Baloo playfully critiques Mowgli's technique, offering advice on stealth and strategy. Mowgli's face is a canvas of conflicting emotions, torn between the call of the village and the allure of the jungle. Baloo gently reminds, "Remember, little brother, the jungle and the village both need you, but you must decide where your heart truly lies." Bagheera observes from afar, his features shadowed with concern as he senses a looming threat. Mowgli pauses, the weight of choice heavy on his young shoulders. Inside the village council hut, flickering torchlight casts long shadows as Vikram addresses the anxious villagers. Vikram's grave voice cuts through the unease. "We have gathered to address the growing disturbances. Livestock disappearing, unexplained noises in the night. I fear a threat emerges from the jungle." Rohan's suspicion boils over as he points an accusing finger at Mowgli. "He's one of them." Mowgli steps forward, his voice ringing with loyalty. "I am loyal to this village. I will investigate these disturbances." In the heart of the deep jungle, Mowgli ventures forward, closely guarded by Baloo and Bagheera, as shadows play tricks in the dim moonlight. A sense of foreboding intensifies as the moonlight reveals strange tracks, hinting at a predator far more dangerous than any they've encountered. The heavy air vibrates with tension, punctuated by a chilling roar that reverberates through the ancient trees. Bagheera's warning cuts through the night. "This is unlike anything we've faced before, Mowgli. We must protect both the jungle and the village." At the village edge, Mowgli stands awkwardly, clad in unfamiliar human clothes. He imitates the farming techniques, his movements clumsy and unpracticed. His gaze drifts towards the distant jungle, his eyes drawn to its wild embrace. Children's laughter fills the air, yet Mowgli remains detached, a silent observer in a world not quite his own. Flickering torchlight dances across the faces of the villagers, their expressions etched with worry as they gather in the meeting hut. Kruger, a newcomer with a disarming smile, weaves his words into the worried crowd, stirring uncertainty. His voice cuts through the tension. "We must protect ourselves." Mowgli watches from the edge of the circle, his brow furrowed with suspicion as he observes Kruger's sly manipulation. Sunlight dapples through the dense jungle canopy as Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera gather in a hidden clearing. Bagheera warns Mowgli of the looming danger. "We must protect the jungle, Mowgli. Kruger threatens everything we hold dear." Baloo, his voice laced with deep concern, pleads, "Little buddy, Kruger is dangerous. I just want you to be safe." Torn between two worlds, Mowgli's anguish is palpable as he whispers, "I don't know what to do." In the village field, Mowgli stands, his attempts at farming clumsy and out of sync. His eyes drift longingly towards the distant jungle, a silent call he cannot ignore. children watch from afar, their expressions a mix of curiosity and playful mockery. Mowgli pauses, his inner turmoil evident as he feels the pull of two worlds. Mowgli sits alone in his small hut, the moonlight casting long shadows across the packed dirt floor. Echoes of distant wolf howls fill the night, stirring a deep unrest within Mowgli. He clutches a small, worn carving of Bagheera, his heart aching with memories of the jungle. "I miss you, Bagheera. I don't know where I belong," Mowgli whispers, his voice filled with longing. At the jungle's edge, Mowgli cautiously treads, his bare feet sinking into the earth, as an unsettling stillness blankets the air. Baloo's concerned presence breaks the heavy silence. "Mowgli, we have a problem. A new threat has emerged," Baloo urgently warns. A group of rogue monkeys, led by a cruel leader named Koga, are terrorizing the jungle. They are even encroaching on the human village. Baloo pleads, "The jungle needs you, Mowgli. You must help restore balance." Mowgli hesitates. "I don't know if I can, Baloo. I'm not sure where I belong anymore."